For example, I've seen you on TV a lot in the last couple of years. I know everything you know, or that you tell us, about the Russian situation. I don't have a clue what you think about healthcare. I've never heard it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're for Medicare for all, or improve Obamacare, or get a chicken. I don't know what.
Yeah.
How do we help you get this done? Not how do we put more obstacles in the way? I haven't forgotten about your roof. All of that is important to keeping.
And my pot store.
And what?
And the pot store, the Woods that I own with Woody Harrelson. It's the biggest problem we had was the government of California.
Bill Maher Adam Schiff ko ex simple lekin powerful sawal se challenge kia. Maher kaha kuwo TV par Schiff ko axar Russia kuber main bot kardi dektain, lekin healthcare par unka clear stance kabi sun ko nahi mila. Kia wo Medicare for all support kardi hanya Obamacare ko improve karna chat hain? Maher ka point simple the voters ko surf political investigations nahi, baki real policies chahi jo unki everyday life ko affect kardi hain. ISI tension kusath show key debate start hodi high.
From the administration, the president had the constitutional authority to direct the use of military force because he could reasonably determine that such use of force was in the national interest. That's too vague for you?
Totally vague.
Okay, because that's from Obama about Libya.
Maher ek clever political trap set kia. Usan ek vague statement read ki jo military force use karn ku justification par base the. Schiff turin kaha ku statement kafi vague high. Maher reveal kia ku yes statement Donald Trump ka nahi baki Barack Obama ka the jab Libya main troop speech gay the. Is reveal audience ko shock kardia or Schiff momentarily speechless nazar a. Maher yahan double standard expose karn ki koshish ki.
If film and TV productions continue to move out of California due to tax incentives in other states, what might the future look for Los Angeles? Is there a risk of it becoming the next Detroit? Well,
but I don't agree with the diagnosis of why the film industry is leaving. They're leaving because they're getting richer incentives in other states and in other countries. And we haven't kept pace with that. So if you want to film in the United Kingdom, you're going to get a tremendous tax break, and our motion picture industry has left the country. If you want to film in New York or Georgia, there are generous tax incentives. If we want to keep the industry here, we're going to have to compete with tax incentives. California has started to do that.
Conversation for Hollywood or California economy ki taraf shift ho gai. Ek panelist Saul uthea ko agar film industry tax incentives ki waja se dusri states or countries main shift hodi rahi, Tokyo Los Angeles ka future Detroit jaisa ho sakta hai? Schiff is diagnosis se disagree kia or kaha ku problem taxes nahi baki dusri jaga miln whale incentives hain. Unka kana the ku agar California ko film industry retain karni high to competitive tax incentives Dean Hung.
Every year, California loses people because they're being driven away by a high tax, high regulation state where public services don't reach the standards that they should. That should be a signal that we shouldn't have one favored industry or another. We should have a favored state. California should be competitive.
Critics ka kana high ka Hollywood California se surf incentives ki waja se nahi baki high taxes or regulations ki waja se bija raha high. Industry kolog openly complain kardi hain ku state main production cost bahut zayada ho chuki high. Jab Europe ya Georgia J states cheaper options offer kardi hain. To studios naturally wahan shift ho jade hain. Ye debate California ku broader economic challenges ko highlight kardi high.
About your roof, all of that is important to keeping.
And my pot store.
And what?
And the pot store, the Woods that I own with Woody Harrelson. It's the biggest problem we had was the government of California.
I imagine your producers are saying, "Oh God, I can't believe Schiff brought up his roof."
Yeah, I mean, we love it here. We want to live here. The West Coast has the sunshine and the girls all get so tanned. I don't know how I can, but we just gotta make it friendlier. All right.
Maher apni personal example share key. Usan bataya kujab usan Woody Harrelson kusath cannabis store open kia, to saps bada obstacle California government regulations the. Audience is par laugh bi kia or clap bi kia. Mar ka point the ku business chalana unnecessarily complicated ho chuka hai.
Agree with the UK's proposal to impose a social media curfew for kids. How realistic is it to enforce? Been here one night suggesting I was going to open a place called Bill Maher's Catholic School. Let me finish. Because Catholic schools are popular now, even with people who aren't Catholic. It's the last place you can send your kid to get an old school education. And they just tell the kids, forget about the Jesus stuff. Just, to them, that's okay indoctrination, as opposed to some of the other indoctrination that goes on. And also, the Catholics don't put up with bullshit. They take your phone. You have to learn your P's and Q's and your grammar and all this kind of stuff. And that's what I just don't understand, that parents don't have the whip hand anymore. Not that you should actually use a whip.
Discussion for California key overall cost of living par AA Gaia. Housing prices skyrocketing hain, taxes high hain or regulations ka pressure businesses or residents dono par high. Jab housing expensive ho, bureaucracy heavy ho or taxes high han, to log naturally better opportunities kulia dusri states move karn lagged hain. Experts Kate hain ku agar reforms nahi a to talent or industries ka exodus continue rahiga.
Movie and TV show that has a teenager in it cannot be mischaracterizing this. And the kids they don't listen to their parents, they turn their back on them, they walk out of the room, things that would just get me shut down when I was a kid. And I think it starts with the phone.
Panel any UK ku proposal parby discussion kia jaim kids kulia social media curfew introduce karn ki bot ho rahi ti. Mar any kaha ku discipline or focus education ka important part high. Usan Catholic schools ka example dia jahan phones confiscate kar liya jade hain or students ko traditional learning environment milta high. Mar commutabic modern classrooms distractions se bar chuk hain.
The reason why Joe Biden is going to beat Donald Trump is because at the end of the day, America is going to want a president who is a decent human being, who doesn't shit on other people, who has some interest in the American people, some interest in something beyond himself.
Mar any argument dia ku smartphones or social media any students key attention span ko damage kar dia high. Usan kaha kajab wo bakcha the to parents or teachers key authority strong t. IJKL kids parents key bot ignore kar deed hain or digital devices unka main focus ban chuk hain. Your education system kulia x serious challenge ban gaya high.
Put out an article last year and it was called Separating Sports by Sex Doesn't Make Sense.
Right.
And talked about how we separate sports like the WNBA and the just because it's just socialization. This is insane.
I agree.
Okay. That's why people vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. Because there's stuff like that on the left that people just go, I know Trump's horrible, but separating sports by sex makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. And if you think it doesn't, you can't lead the country.
But that's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Okay. I'm just giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long. Why do they vote for Donald Trump? It's not always because they like him. No. It's because stuff like that is kookier.
Political debate for Donald Trump or Joe Biden key taraf shift hogai. Shift ka kana the coup voters ultimately ek decent human being ko President Banana Chahench. Lekin mar any ek controversial point raise kia. Uski mutabik kai voters Trump ko support Cardi Hain surface like yunki unhi lagda high ka left kukuch cultural ideas unk liya unrealistic ya extreme hain.
TV a lot in the last couple of years. I know everything you know or that you tell us about the Russian situation. I don't have a clue what you think about healthcare. I've never heard it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're for Medicare for all or improve Obamacare or get a chicken. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't know what.
Here's what I was telling my colleagues, and particularly these wonderful candidates we had running in the midterms. Don't talk about Russia. You're not going to persuade people to vote Democrat or Republican based on Russia.
But what about Trump?
Now, I get asked about it because, our investigation for the last 2 years was the only investigation into what Russia did.
Right.
And people ask me about it. But what I urge the candidates and what I urge our nominees to talk about is how are you going to help American people put bread on the table?
Marka kana the kujab voters ko lagda haiku unki concerns ignore ho rahi hanya unhi dismiss kia jaraha hai, to wo ballot box par reaction deed hain. Ye frustration political polarization ko or strong bana dedi high. Uska warning simple that, Agar politicians public sentiment ko ignore Kardi Rahi to elections main unexpected results aa socked hain.
Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger, who before the 24 election said things like, if the party didn't shift to the center, we will get fucking torn apart. We need to never use the word socialist or socialism ever again. Well, she was right, but they didn't listen. At least the party has a clear choice here. One wing is saying don't ever use the word socialist again, and one is saying,
I am a democratic socialist.
Mar Any Schiff ko challenge Kia kuwo Fox News J's platforms parbi appear carrion. Uska Kana the ku agar jishi politician ko apni arguments par confidence high to usi friendly media bubble se bahar bija kar tough questions face karn chahi. Jab Mar Any healthcare policies kuber main direct question pucha to Schiff any Russia investigation ki taraf conversation divert kar di. Mar Any point out Kia ka voters ko clear policy agenda chahi.
Decide who's right. Well, it turns out we don't really have to flip a coin. We have the evidence. In 2024, 13 Democrats won. In districts, Trump also won. All moderates. This isn't rocket science. All the left-leaning think tanks have done autopsies on 2024, and they all came up with the same message: move to the center. Even the New York Times, which did so much to promote woke politics, now says the partisans are wrong. Moving to the center is the way to win. Democrats should recognize the party moved too far left on social issues after Obama left office.
Final segment main Mar Any Democratic Party key strategy par criticism Kia. Usan kaha ku party ko decide karna haga kuwo center key taraf move karegi ya socialist policies adopt karegi. Political analysts mutabik moderate candidates swing districts main zayada successful rahi hain. Mar ka conclusion simple the voters ideology se zayada practical solutions chat hain. Agar parties unki real concerns address nahi carrion gi to political backlash inevitable high.